In the United States this week, federal aviation officials temporarily shut down airspace near El Paso International Airport in Texas for security reasons. The Trump administration said the decision was linked to cartel-operated drones coming from Mexico. Transportation officials stated that the threat was quickly neutralized and posed no danger to commercial aviation. The Federal Aviation Administration later reopened the airspace, and flights resumed shortly afterward. The shutdown applied only to U.S. airspace, and Mexican airspace was not affected. Officials did not release details on how many drones were involved or how they were disabled. In the United States this week, the Congressional Budget Office released a new report warning that federal budget deficits are expected to grow significantly over the next decade. Rising costs, tied to Social Security, Medicare, and interest on the national debt, are driving the increase. The report projects higher annual deficits starting in 2026, raising concerns about long-term fiscal stability. The findings are likely to fuel political debates as lawmakers prepare for upcoming budget negotiations and elections. In the United States this week, the U.S. women's hockey team delivered a dominant performance at the 2026 Winter Olympics. The team secured a decisive victory over Canada, reinforcing its position as a top contender for the gold medal. Coaches and analysts praised the team's speed, depth, and defensive discipline. The strong start has increased expectations that the United States could reclaim Olympic dominance in women's hockey. In the United States this week, immigration enforcement returned to the center of political debate. Lawmakers clashed over the role and authority of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE. Democrats called for increased oversight and reforms, while Republicans argued that strong enforcement is essential for national security. The debate reflects deeper divisions over how immigration policy should be enforced moving forward. In the United States this week, officials announced a new effort with Canada and Mexico to strengthen North American tourism under the USMCA trade framework. The proposal aims to improve cross-border travel and increase economic resilience in the tourism sector. Supporters say the initiative could boost regional economies and encourage international visitors. The plan highlights renewed cooperation among the three countries. In the United States this week, thousands of workers and labor advocates gathered in Washington, D.C. to protest rising living costs. Demonstrators called for higher wages, expanded healthcare access, and relief from student debt. Organizers said the march reflects growing frustration among younger workers facing economic pressure. The demonstrations added momentum to ongoing discussions about labor rights and income inequality. In the United States this week, extreme winter weather affected large parts of the country. Several states experienced record low temperatures, leading to power outages and travel disruptions. Emergency officials reported multiple weather-related deaths as communities struggled to cope with the cold. Experts warned that extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and more severe. In the United States this week, the Trump administration signaled progress toward expanding trade and diplomatic ties with Indonesia. Officials said discussions focused on potential trade agreements and broader economic cooperation. The move is seen as part of Washington's strategy to strengthen its influence in the Asia-Pacific region. Further talks are expected in the coming weeks. In the United States this week, American figure skaters drew international attention at the Winter Olympics with technically advanced performances. Several athletes successfully landed high-difficulty jumps, boosting medal hopes for Team USA. Analysts described the team as one of the strongest the country has fielded in years. Expectations remain high as competition continues. In the United States this week, officials in Utah outlined preparations for hosting the 2034 Winter Olympics. State leaders highlighted infrastructure investments, sustainability goals, and security planning. The announcement comes amid global scrutiny over large international sporting events. Organizers emphasized that the United States is prepared to host the Games on a global stage,